Everything from overlanding in your stock rig to full-on LS-powered 2 buggies on stickies. This is the Total Off-Road Podcast. I'm Steve.
And I'm Ian, and we are back for another exciting episode.
Number 54. And the last episode of the year.
Yeah, it is. This is the last episode of 2020.
Yeah, so Happy New Year.
Yeah, felt the animals.
Hope you have a good New Year's Eve and New Year Day. And what are we going to do for New Year's Day?
We're going wheeling.
You know what I really hope? I really hope that this year, like the January 1, 2021 is better than my 2020.
Oh, that's right.
Because that set the tone for the entire year.
Dude, you fucking brought COVID on.
I think, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Like that set the tone. Like everybody should have just known, like, okay, shut down the world. Okay.
Because you fucked up.
Loki didn't get to go wheeling on the first, just shut down the entire world for 2021.
Yep.
Or for 2020. That would be terrible.
That's actually kind of funny.
If shit hits the fan on the first, I'm like,
boy, I'm done. I'm going to take up golf.
I give up.
It's golf time, boys. It's golf time.
I'm going to go do something that requires not doing anything.
Yeah.
Because that's, yeah.
Like golf.
Like golf. Let's hope not. 'Cause I've been driving it, so like it should be fine.
One would hope.
I didn't drive tonight.
Yes. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
So I didn't drive tonight because I went out to go check it out and see about driving it. And I felt down in the dish of the wheel where the bolts go through on the inside of the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the bead locks.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an ice cube in there.
Mm-hmm.
Thought for sure that might cause an imbalance of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of shaking down the interstate, I was like, I'll just drive the donut.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
So what intrigues me here is, like, how do you prevent water from getting stuck in that beadlock area?
So for my wheel, and I assume yours is the same, like because the wheel like goes off and then like it dips down and then it has a wall there and the bolts come through that wall.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. And I was thinking about this earlier.
An issue with me.
Can I take a 1/8 drill bit and just like drill a hole through like all of that?
What's going to leak? No, I guess it wouldn't.
No, it shouldn't leak. Like it would just
have to hope that hole's always on the bottom.
Well, like you have to drill like 8 of them or something.
I just feel like like this is always, every time I wash my stuff, every time it rains, it sits outside. Like
I would drill 8 holes in the wheel and then like it would always be parked in between 2 holes. They'd be just like out far enough.
And like, damn, get the jack.
Come on.
Get the jack. I got to turn the wheel.
You got to go out there and move it every hour, like every couple hours. You just like move it like an inch forward and backwards.
Just put it in low and just let it crawl across the yard. Draining my bead blocks. It's,
it's like one of those tractors that you put on the hose.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about? The sprinklers.
The little sprinkler tractor.
It's in low and it's like hooked onto some ropes.
Yep.
It just follows the ropes around the yard.
Yep. I think it'll be all right.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'm watering the grass.
I'm
with
watering
my beadlocks.
the yard. You could just hook the sprinkler up
on the hood.
And do that at the same time.
My luck, the wheels would always be full of water from the sprinkler.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just defeats the whole purpose.
Anyway,
I don't know. I'm just like it's funny you should say that because that's always annoyed me.
Yeah,
always.
Yep. That's like the downside of having your vehicle outside. I need a cold storage shed for my Loki
just to keep the beadlocks dry.
Just so so you can just go get it out and not have to worry about the beadlocks having ice in them.
Yep.
So that's a bummer. I could just go put my 37s on, be done with it. I know.
37.
Hey, did you see that I took measurements this week?
Yes.
So the rear, the 9-inch on, and now my driveway's not super level where I took the measurement, but it's got to be close.
Mm-hmm.
It's somewhere between 13 and 13 and a half inches at roughly 28 PSI on 40s.
Okay.
And the front is just a hair over 12 inches of clearance. So some kid, I don't remember who it was now. Somebody commented on that on the Instagram, and they were like, so you have a 1/2 inch more than me on my 37s?
Oh,
he was saying I have a 1/2 inch more clearance than he does on his 37s.
Well,
and I was like, what axles are you running? Dare to take a guess?
Dana 30s.
Dana 30 and a Dana 35, and it was it's Kevin Grizzly. There's Kevin Grizzle. I don't know. Is it Grizzly? It's Grizzly, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's who it is.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know.
37's on a Dana 30 and a Dana 35.
Well, that just also seems stupid.
Blasphemy.
I don't know about blasphemy. I just think it's.
I don't know. It's scary.
It's a bad idea.
You scare me.
That's a horrible idea.
It's horrible. It's horrible. But anyway, that's he commented that, and I was like, it's Grizzle. And I'm pretty sure that he is also in the Patreon group. I can
Well, okay, so he was a half inch.
Oh, he literally posted it. I didn't even see that he posted it. Oh, come on, you. You know, sometimes Facebook pisses me off.
Well, welcome to the world we live in now.
He posted it in the regular group. If I could just get the post to pull up. And he has 12.25 inches to his Dana 35, it looks like. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Anyway, Dana 30 on 37-inch Cooper STT Pros. Dana 35 was roughly the same, 12.25 inches. I just think...
What? Okay, what was his... Read that again. I got mine pulled up from the buggy.
Okay, so he's got 37-inch Coopers on a Dana 30, and it's 12...
But what are the 37s measured to? That's an important spec.
It is an important spec. We don't have that
loser
number. Sorry, Kevin. We're going to let you go.
Yeah, you go. Your data is no use to us.
Just says, oh, here we go. I figured it was an argument against tons versus 37s. Okay, a 35-inch tire is shorter. I don't have the measurement of the height of the tire. He just says that he has 37-inch Cooper STT Pros. I cannot give you the measurement. Same as I didn't take the measurement on my 40s either.
Okay.
So like, I don't know how tall they are.
Okay.
But, yeah.
How much ground clearance did he have?
12.25. What do you got? 43s.
43s.
Shaved 14s.
Listen, let me just read this to you, because this is how I feel like you should have typed this.
Okay.
Not you, but Kevin.
That's how Kevin should have.
43-inch sticky measures to 41.8. Jesus. 43-inch sticky measures to 41.5 inches with 8 PSI.
Here's the thing. I like the number that Chris gave us.
Oh, he gave the good numbers.
Because he gave us the number from the ground to the center of the axle tube.
I'm not even done. This is my first.
Do you have that?
Okay. So then
I have that measurement.
I have a 43-inch sticky that measures 41.5 with 8 PSI.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there you go. The tire, what it's advertised, what it actually does with what inflation PSI. 19.5 from the ground to the center of the axle.
Okay.
14 inches from ground to the bottom of the shaved 14 bolts.
God damn.
And a 21.5 inch belly with a 134-inch wheelbase.
Well, those are unnecessary, but yeah.
They're all, that's the specs.
That's your rundown.
Done.
That's your clearance rundown.
21.5 belly, 134 wheelbase, 19.5 inches from the ground to the center of the axle, and 14 inches to the bottom of the 14 bolt.
That should look really tall.
I mean,
does it look really tall when you're like behind it? You're like, God, that's a lot of clearance.
It's a big tire, though.
It's a big tire,
but
it's like
it looks
it's
good.
Proportional.
Yeah, it's
so you don't
proportionate, but it's not like holy shit.
Yeah,
but
I feel like when I look at Loki from the back, I'm like, look how much clearance that thing has.
Yeah,
this looks like it's way up there.
Yep.
That is.
So what do you have?
I didn't measure my center of my axle tube, but I'm gonna do it when I pull in the garage, because then the garage actually has like legit concrete.
Yep.
Where I measure mine, the concrete's kind of like broken up.
Yep. Measure the tire, measure from the ground to the center of the axle.
Yep. So we just need the tire. We just need the tire brand and size.
Yep.
And we don't need a tire measurement.
PSI in the tire.
Yeah, PSI in the tire. And then to axle tube, to center of the axle tube and bottom of the diff.
Yep.
Those are the measurements that we really need.
Yep. I should post a spreadsheet with a big X. And then everybody just fills in the blanks. And if you don't fill in all the blanks, I can't use your data.
A spreadsheet with a big X?
Like, I'm going to put that, and then you just have to give me the numbers.
You're going to put
like X tire.
Oh.
You know, like, you just fill in the blanks.
Yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be nice to have all that information compiled. Like, here's all the different tires, and like everything's at 28 PSI.
Or even whatever. I mean, like.
Yeah. As long as you have from the tube. Yeah.
But see, PSI matters to that.
Oh, yeah.
If I had a 43-inch tire on 30 PSI versus a 43-inch tire at 8 PSI, like, it's not even.
Yeah. So do we do the measurement off of like your wheeling PSI? So do we like do like a like a 8 or 10 PSI?
I don't know. I just did it whatever it's at.
Right.
Because I aired them up to 8. To
so like that might be the way to do it. Because like we were doing it like road pressure, but who cares what your clearance is on the road?
Well, 6 of one, half of the other, as long as we know what pressure. There should be a formula you could put all that in and make it all like, at X amount of pressure with PSI and blah, 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 blah. It'd be great if everybody put it at like 10 PSI.
Just right across the board.
10, but you know.
Yeah, that'd be cool though. That'd be perfect because then people could look at it and be like, okay, so at 10 PSI, I'll have this much clearance on this tire. Yeah. If you guys want to jump in on doing that, then chop and try it and like get some information. I'll
put up a spreadsheet.
Okay. Ian's going to put up a spreadsheet on the Facebook group and you can fill in your blanks and then we'll get a spreadsheet put together on that at some point. What is this? Ooh, this looks fun.
Oh, those are just like double-sided sticky dots.
Why do we have sticky dots?
Because I stuck the things up there.
Oh, nice.
Get a little advertisement on the hill with Nick's show.
Oh, I see.
And we did talk about Nug Life.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
That show is pretty good. Talked about the podcast.
Do we sell any stickers?
No.
Y'all need to go buy some Nug Life stickers. I'm ready to put in another order for those as soon as you buy them all. Buy them out. Nug Life. I know a lot of you like the Nug Lives. Like, go buy some stickers.
Do you want to do mail call?
Do you want to do Patreon shout out real quick?
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Because I think it's just one new patron this week.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. You'll hear it here, but he won't hear it anywhere else because he doesn't have any other social medias.
Oh, really?
Yep, he's in the dark.
No social medias.
Nope. I went to look him up to add him to the Facebook group and he wasn't there. And I was like, I can't find you on Facebook. He's like, and you won't. I was like, oh, that'll work.
I envy that.
Welcome, Matt Collins.
Welcome.
He looks like he's got maybe a JK. All I have is this little bitty picture to look at.
How does he web wheel?
I don't know. I tried to find him on the Instagram. Couldn't find him there either.
Huh.
I know. But he found us, and that's all that's important. And then he found the Patreon, and he Patreoned. Be like Matt.
Yeah, delete all your social medias.
I will throw this out here right now. Would be a great time to join Patreon if you want to. You can join in at any tier you want, and you will get the extra content. But we did release on the day after Christmas, we released the Lost episode, which was the pilot episode that we did in Ian's garage next to the dime piece buggy when it was still not much of a buggy.
Oh, it wasn't much.
And we recorded a 45-minute podcast with Mike Wolf and Ian and I. It was a good show, but man, listening to that and then listening to now,
it's probably no comparison.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was kind of hilarious, to be honest. I told everybody in the thing, like on the post, I was like, I dare you to listen to the first 30 seconds of this and then go listen to the first 30 seconds of the like episode 53.
Oh boy.
It's just like listening to because I'm like, but don't know what I'm going to say next.
We just winged that too. Yeah.
Well, we just wing it. Well, we're just winging this today.
That is true.
But yeah, now we've done
seasoned professionals.
I don't know if I'd say we're professionals.
Seasoned professionals.
We're seasoned something. But anyway, yeah, it was a good episode though. We talked about a lot of cool stuff on there that we haven't really talked about on the podcast. And there's been some other cool stuff in this week's news. Badlands announced that they're doing women's wheelers. The women's wheeling day, May 1st, I believe it is.
Yep.
That's going to be their biggest event to date, they said. You know what I think?
We should be there.
Yes. You know what else I think?
What?
We should have a Total Off-Road podcast event there. That's their biggest event to date.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? Total Off-Road podcast event, the biggest event to date. What are you doing over there?
Was that your phone?
No, that was you.
None of my devices make that
must be your computer.
I'm on it and it didn't do anything. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what that was, but it wasn't.
It's broken.
That was your new phone, hello.
But I'm I'm on it. I'm on both.
It's hello. How are you?
I don't know what to do with my hands now.
Anyway, so that is the Patreon shout out. Make sure to go check it out. www.patreon.com/Total Off-Road Podcast. You have to use the link. We are too exclusive to be found by searching us on Patreon. Remember that.
Well,
because we're explicit.
Yeah, we're not like
we're
special.
Exclusive. We're special. My mama told me.
My mama told me.
She said I was special. So, what's in our mail call?
Okay, let's do mail call.
Mail call. Ian's over here on the computer like 14 bolt things.
I got a spreadsheet made up.
Oh, are you working on a spreadsheet?
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm going to post it.
What you're doing.
And send it.
Okay. Ian is working on things that we need to work on. What is this?
That's the first box.
Oh, that's cool. Have you opened it?
No.
Oh.
So there's...
That's so badass.
2 pairs of beers.
You can't let me...
Yes.
You need to stop letting me forget to take pictures.
Oh, well,
because there's certain things I don't have pictures of. I know, but you have to remind me because I get excited, then I don't like picture it.
Okay.
Do we have? Okay, there better be a sticker in here
of
Reckless Wrench.
There's not
in here.
Oh, I haven't opened. It's still
so. This is a very interesting flat envelope, and it says "Open me" smiley face.
It was in a big box with beer.
Oh, it was in a big box with beer, and it says Reckless Wrench on it.
Yep.
It has their like logo. That's a big ass stamp.
They had their logo stamped on the box too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
That's a big ass stamp.
I was jelly.
We couldn't do that. I have a buddy that makes stamps.
That'd be cool.
Okay. Was that cool?
Dope.
In the package. Oh my God, I feel them already. I can feel them.
I feel the stickers.
Oh, I can feel them. Oh,
that was the funniest laugh ever. Is that a patch?
Huh? No.
Oh, it looked like one of those like fucking shirt patches.
It's a Reckless Wrench garage. It's a Reckless Wrench decal, and it's in matte. It has a matte finish on it. Okay, we got that. Oh, what is this?
That's gangster.
Oh,
well, that looks exciting.
Oh, that's cool.
From the backside,
you have to figure out where this is going to go.
Okay,
like we could each have one, or
oh, that's pimp. Stay Reckless.
So this one is their Stay Reckless sticker. It has the wrenches through a skull wearing a welding helmet.
Nice.
And it says Stay Reckless. So there's 2 of these. So we got sticker goodies, and then there's what is this? Oh man. Bro, their merch, like their sticker game is on point.
It is on fire.
I'm fucking jelly. Is this? Dude, their sticker game is so tight. Are you ready?
No, but
I'm going to show you the one. I get because you can't see them. So this is the first one, which is Chris's Ranger. It's a full on square like picture.
That is pimp.
It's a sticker.
Huh.
You ready for the Suburban?
Yes. Oh my God.
Isn't that wonderful?
I want my
they're cartoon.
I want my buggy in one of those.
I know. Chris, call me.
Make it happen, please.
Because I want to know who does these and I want to know how much they cost. The Suburban one is pretty dope. All 4 wheels smoking.
Yes. So much, yes.
And the Rangers get the front wheels off the ground.
Ranger, I love the Ranger because it just looks badass.
They both have awesome rigs. I do have a bit of a bone to pick here. That Ranger's not that low.
Creative licensing, I think.
Yeah. You have been called out. Your Ranger is much taller than that.
What I want to because I'm in charge.
Dude, that's awesome. So we got a nice little note here. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Keep up the great episodes. I'm sending you some good beverages from New Mexico. P.S. The coffee is straight black. None of that mocha choca bullshit. You have been warned.
Did you really just make? Did you just make that up?
None of that mocha choca bullshit.
Mocha choca, real nice. Damn,
I love it. He sent us coffee.
There was no coffee.
Was there beer? It says sent some beverages.
There was
the coffee is straight black. Oh,
that was the little cans.
The little cans.
I assumed it was beer.
Huh. I'm gonna go grab those. I'm gonna go grab those so we can talk about them real quick. Be right back. Okay, so you didn't notice it because it looks like a beer label.
Yep.
And it says Nitro Cold Brew right on it, right?
Yep.
One would think, okay, it's a Nitro
coffee
beer.
Yeah.
No, it's a Nitro Cold Brew coffee.
Well, I'll be damned. So it's
legit
coffee.
Canned coffee. What is it Pinion or Pignon? I don't know. It has a little wiggly over the end. What does that mean?
A chka.
Smooth mellow coffee with subtle hints of nuttiness infused with nitrogen for a creamy texture. Naturally flavored with the taste of pinon, a pine nut that grows in the high mountains of New Mexico. 0 calories, no sugar added, high caffeine. This is some kick-ass black coffee brought to you by Reckless Wrench. Shake before opening, pour hard.
So I
may have ad-libbed some of that.
I'm going to make that my breakfast in the morning.
Oh, fuck you.
Why?
Am I taking one home for me?
Well, yeah, take one home and drink in the morning. I don't drink coffee now.
I kind of do.
I do not. I would really like to go to bed very soon.
Oh, it's worthless.
Working life.
The other thing they sent us is from Marble. Yes, it's from Marble Brewery, maybe? Marble Brewery. That's what it says. Brewed fresh at Marble Brewery, 111 Marble Avenue, New Northwest Albuquerque, New Mexico. So this one, Ian and I are very interested in. I think, are we going to drink this on this tonight?
I would drink that one tonight.
This is the double white triple berry beer. I think it's an ale. I think it said. Oh, it's a wheat ale. Okay, so it's a blueberry, raspberry, and boysenberry infused wheat ale. How many alcohols? It's a triple berry wheat ale.
8.6.
God damn, the fucker be hot, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
7.
No.
8.6.
One can hope.
That'd be hot.
That'd be all right with me.
That'd be a hot berry.
I went low.
I went low.
I like tasty beer,
yeah. Okay, so that's all we had from alcohol. Was there anybody else?
But wait,
there's more. So that was from Reckless Wrench.
That was just the first one.
This is all from Reckless Wrench?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris and Chris. I don't know if both the Chris's listen to this. I know the other Chris has been on, but wait, there's more.
Oh my God, you were about to throw that away.
I wasn't going to throw it away. I was going to put all the stickers back in it. Oh my God, we've been reckless. Oh yes, so they sent us 4 of the regular stickers.
Okay, good. So you can put one of those on the board.
I figured that's what this one was for.
Well,
I didn't realize I only dumped out one of them.
Wow.
Oh man, that's so awesome. Okay, so what do you want on the board? Do you want the regular reckless one?
Yeah.
This guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we have all of our stickers. Chris and Chris, thank you so much.
Appreciate the drinks.
Chris and Christina, depending on if he listens to the podcast or not.
Or do you just say Chris?
But one's with a K.
But do you just say Chris listens to the podcast, and then theoretically,
then they're both covered.
It's a covered. You don't have to know that one of them doesn't or both of them doesn't.
I think it's really cool that they took the time to put this together and write a handwritten note with it and send us a couple beers.
Yep. Well, they didn't send us a couple
beers. Does that make you feel special?
They sent us 2 beers, but they sent us a coffee.
They did, in fact, send us a couple beers. Yeah. They're of the same variety.
They sent us coffee.
But they sent us coffee, which I also
shotgun that in the morning.
Are you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna pour it into a cup all nice.
I'm gonna probably
sip it. I'm gonna put it in a little tiny teacup.
I'm gonna pour it in probably a paper cup or I'm probably just gonna drink out of the can. I'm not gonna lie.
So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's those nice little extra touches that make you feel good. Give that warm, fuzzy feeling. Like when you get 18 pounds of beer in the mail.
What a glorious day that was. What a glorious day. All right,
so I am right now.
Are you going to stick the sticker on the wall? All right.
We are not
going on the season 1 wall. I think it's just going to be the guest wall.
It's the guest wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the season 1 wall, but we're still in season 1 technically.
Technically, it's true. We should just make it the guest wall, period.
It's the guest wall. When it fills up, we move it to the next one or whatever. Give it away if we need to. I haven't decided that.
We'll do what we're going to do with it.
If we fill it up.
Yep.
What we'll do, we'll fill that thing up and it gets full to our liking.
Yep.
Okay. I will take a picture of it with my Nikon.
Yep.
We'll take that image to It's a Wrap.
Yep.
Have them print it.
That would be cool.
Put it on another piece of plexi or metal.
Yep.
And then give that away.
Give that one away.
So we'll have they'll have the original and then one person will get a replica.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have that tape abilities.
Nice.
I know. 1 second to slide over here.
Slide it on. God, it's messy. Yeah, there's all kinds of things in the way. We got so many stickers.
Right, where do you want records?
Oh shit! It's a good thing this doesn't have video, but boy, that was funny for you and I that got to see it.
Here or here?
Right.
Oh, that's fucking perfect.
Send it.
Right here?
Send it. Don't screw it up.
Oh, I'm fucking it up bad.
Don't screw it up.
It's going to go right on top of our logo.
That's perfect. Yep, looks good.
That filled in a nice little pocket. Nice.
Freaking nice, mate. Freaking nice.
Fucker about stuck down. It's a good thing that's a high quality vinyl.
Would have been awesome.
Hi. Can I get another one of your face? Okay.
Good times. Good times.
Let me get a picture of that real quick. What is our next mail call? Is it already out of the box?
No.
We need to open it?
We got to open
nice.
Stuff.
Okay. Bring it up here and I will get a picture real quick and then we'll do that. Alrighty. I got my picture.
All right.
Should I post that to the grams?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Off to the G-Rams.
Hell yeah. You ready for another mail call?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I am. Did you see this post from Sticky?
Thrive. This is
that old lady doing like a...
I feel like that's him in costume.
Okay. Back to our page. Gonna throw up a post real quick while we're doing this, while Ian is mail calling. So who's that from?
Can't tell you.
Oh, he can't tell me who it's from. So Ian knows who this is from. He can't tell me who it's from. Your openings are less exciting than my exciting.
Here's the packaging.
Okay. All right. And there's nothing left in it? You didn't leave any stickers behind?
I got it all.
It came from D-Man.
Yeah.
Shipped it right from work.
Yeah.
Did he send me a fuse block for my Loki?
Boy, that would have been a good idea because you have problems with that.
I do?
Well, you used
I just don't have one. I just don't have a fuse block, so.
I thought you had.
So he gave for his best man or his groomsmen for, I think his wedding, was it? He gave everybody got a little fuse block for their winch. Like it was a specialty made mega fuse. Oh God, that thing's wrecked. Is that an inner?
Broken 35 spline Dana 60.
Damn.
And you want to see the best part about the whole package?
This axle shaft is weird.
They sent a sticker.
You know this came from the event, right?
I don't think they spun.
I don't think they did either, did they?
Either way I look at it, that's a cherishable sticker.
Yeah. So what do you do with this one? Can you tell me why D-Man doesn't have his own stickers yet?
Because he needs one that looks like the Reckless Wrench ones with this truck.
Yeah, with this truck. Yeah. That's what he needs. He needs to get on Fiverr and get someone to make him one real quick.
Yes.
Well, that is awesome. So we got a Raceline sticker with our broken axle shaft. That thing is wrecked.
Yeah.
Wow. How long did that roll around in the bed of his truck?
Couple minutes.
Now just look at how weird this 35 spline shaft looks. Like it necks up here.
Yeah.
To go through the seal.
And then necks back down.
And look how worn it is on that seal, the seal spot.
It's intriguing. And
then it necks right back down. And then that metal doesn't even look as good as the metal that is this is, so the part of the axle shaft that broke is actually smaller than the section, is smaller in diameter than the section between the splines and the race, the seal.
Up.
It necks up to meet the seal so that the seal doesn't have to push over the splines.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really intriguing because I would say that my 9-inch shafts are this diameter. Like right here between where the splines are at.
I'll have to measure one.
Well, I'm not taking it back out.
Do it.
I've had it out plenty of times this year. But what I will say is that mine's a 35 spline 9-inch shaft and it's supposed to be the same spline as this 30 degree. It looks the same size. Just looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it looks about the same.
Interesting.
Mine doesn't neck down like this. You see where it broke at?
Yep.
Mine does not neck down like that. So this is a front inner, probably long side.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Presumably.
So.
Yep. Awesome sauce. So we have added to our collection. Will you throw that over there with it? So I can't reach around my cup to get to it.
See, it's bent.
It's bent. It deflected. When it shattered, it was under stress and it was starting to deflect.
Just mad.
I'm surprised the splines don't have anything on them.
It's because I distributed the load well.
You think that carrier wasn't pissed off when that was happening?
She was mad. She was mad.
I wonder if that was before did he weld his diff?
This front or rear?
Before the aux?
I don't think so.
So he was just open?
Something tells me.
Had to be welded.
We'll have to inquire.
Okay. So, sweet.
So that was a pretty cool mail. It was a good
sticker. It came with a sticker. That's all that matters. Came with a Raceline wheel sticker. It looks like an OG sticker.
It looks like.
Is this a newer sticker?
Vintage. I don't know, but I like it. It looks cool.
It's red. The red Raceline wheels vintage sticker. We're going to assume it's vintage. Did you keep an empty can of launch?
Yeah, I did because I thought that was cool as shit. So I dashed.
We needed it. Was that last week or the week before?
That was last week. The anniversary episode.
We needed it. It was a long day. Okay, so them's all the mail calls. And correct. Oh, we got more mail?
I don't want to insult what we have gotten.
Okay.
But I did open this one.
Oh.
Because I was unsure of what the contents was.
Okay.
And I didn't want to pull a whoops, it was beer, so you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. And not refrigerate it?
Yeah. Again. So I opened this one.
I don't want to insult the previous mailers. But he has stacked his deck.
This is the best one.
It's better than this one. This one was pretty good. Like, they were both pretty good. This one's better. All right. I'm ready.
Are you?
I am ready.
I am
sitting down.
Honest to God, I don't believe that you are.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How have you kept this a secret?
Because I put it in here and left it alone.
Okay. Somebody sent us an RC car. 2 RC cars.
Not that.
Open sent us his RC cars and their girlfriends.
You could do that.
Okay. What did we get?
Are you ready?
Yeah. No. Maybe.
Are you sure?
You should do it so that they're not waiting. So the people, the listeners, it's a padded mailer from Amazon Prime.
Yep.
This is a Kyle Ming moment.
It says Total Off-Road Podcast with my name on it.
Okay.
I don't think you're at all ready for what I'm about to show you.
I don't know it's not big. It's in a padded mailer. It's from an Amazon Prime mailer.
This is the coolest shit I've seen in a while.
I'm waiting. Okay. Oh, yes. Who sent us these? Are there 2 in here? There are 2 in here. Right? Do I even open these?
You have to open them because we have to check it out. But I have no idea who sent it to us.
It's either 2 parts or contents of 2.
Or it's the 2-part, like the clipper.
This says right here. So let me just read this to you. Sauce Moto Dip Clip. It's a cup holder for ketchup and fast food sauces. Patent pending. And then it has a thing down here with a steering wheel with a like a slash through it, like a do not. And it says, dip responsibly. Do not dunk and drive.
Or do.
And that's why we made this, but we have to put this disclaimer on here. Okay, I have opened the package. I hope this is 2. It is 2. There are 2 in here. They have little cups to hold your sauces in case your sauces aren't the correct size for the dip holder.
Did you read the back of the bag?
No.
So okay, you're about to figure out why it's got that.
I'm pretty sure I know.
Because it is legit designed to hold different sauce cups.
Yeah.
Like it's designed to hold the stupid Dairy Queen peelable ketchup thing.
Well, and it's
yeah,
it says so on the designed hardware here that we have. There are like outlines on it, and it says which way to put certain things. So yeah, like it's literally made to fit the cup. And one says other sauces, and one says most sauces.
Yep.
And then it comes with a tray in case that wasn't enough. In case maybe you keep your like ranch or your favorite ketchup in the vehicle with you in your like mini fridge or like your overlanding setup. You have your own sauce. You can fill this cup with that.
Dude, I'm just like, this is the full shit right here.
Small sauces fit in portrait mode. Large sauces fit in landscape mode. Ketchup fits in landscape mode. So apparently there's a special ketchup cup.
Yeah, you get those from Dairy Queen a lot.
Oh, really?
That's about the only place I go to get them. Because you can either tear the tip and squirt it, or you can pull the whole top and then you can dunk it.
Didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a great concept, but
then it says, use the included sauce cup for ketchup pouches or any other sauce you want. So like if you go to Taco Bell and all you get's the little packets.
Why does ketchup not come in a fucking sauce cup like a fucking sauce?
I don't know. Why doesn't mustard not come that way?
I mean, I agree. Why do they not?
They come in little squeezables.
Yep.
And mayonnaise. It comes in a squeezable. It's because it's for sandwiches.
Mayonnaise is not a dunkable.
Right. It's for sandwiches. And like mustard
ketchup is a dunkable.
Like if we had a place that had
it is. I bet if you have fries,
mustard.
People dunk. I don't like mustard, but I'm assuming people dunk fries and mustard.
Securely hold sauce from excuse me. From McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, KFC, Arby's, Jack in the Box, Dairy Queen, Popeyes, Sonic, Carl's Jr., Hardee's, Heinz, and more.
Dude, I have no idea who it comes from.
Share your meal at Sauce Moto and hashtag Safe Sauce on Instagram. So you don't know who sent this to us?
No.
We have no idea.
Doesn't say anything.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Does it not feel like a Mang thing?
It does, but I don't want to give him credit if
we don't know
him.
Yeah. Right. I'm just saying.
But yeah.
Huh.
Somebody needs to tell us who they are because we need to give you a shout out and give you credit for getting us one of the coolest fucking things ever.
Fucking saucy McSauce. You know what I'm going to do when I leave here?
Go get nugs.
Goddamn right I am.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
Yes.
All right, spreadsheet is posted in the Trail Riders page.
I will do one of these numbers and see if anybody takes credit.
Somebody needs to take credit because that's just too fucking cool.
We'll take a peek, sure. Man, you guys gave me all the content this week. That is awesome.
Yep.
Okay, I took a picture.
That is all I had. I checked
of the Sauce Moto.
So we didn't have another sticker debacle, but yes, I checked, and that is everything that we have.
Sauce Moto did not come with a sticker.
No.
Fired.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Came with the most epic sauce holders.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. That's legit.
It's so fucking pimp.
What do you need for your vehicle? You need a sauce holder.
Yep.
I just sent the picture of the sauce holder off to the Patreons being a bitch.
Say who dis?
I'm just going to post it.
Just going to post it.
And somebody's going to be like,
glad you got it.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it.
Uh-huh. Or they may not.
Never know.
Just keep their mouth shut and just be like,
Oh, I hate that.
Some people are like that.
I know, but
they don't want the credit.
I know it, but I hate that.
Yeah. So I want to know. What else do you want to talk about on this week's podcast? So this is completely off the cuff this week. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
Yeah. No, this all is literally all I got.
Yeah.
That's the mail call. The only other thing I've got is what have you done to get ready for a wheeling trip? Done anything special, exciting?
Not yet. Oh,
not yet. What the hell? That's concerning. Not yet. Last week, I thought we were pretty much, going to drive it a little bit. And that's about it.
It needs to have the power steering leak fixed.
Okay.
It needs to have the anti-wrap bar anti-wrapped. And it needs to have...
When do you say power steering leak fixed?
I hope it's going to be fixed. If not, I've got a gallon in the back and we're just going to let it ride.
Okay. I don't want this to turn into like trying to change a pump.
We're going to fucking...
like the day before.
We're going to send that bitch like a twisted tea. No, hopefully it's on a pump. From what I can gather, what I believe is leaking is the fitting that goes into the top of the box.
Right.
Is just loose.
Okay.
Because I think it's a slightly over tapped. Like it's a tapered tap. And I think maybe it's tapped too deep.
So a pipe tap.
Yeah. And I think it was tapped maybe too deep.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull that apart. I'm going to pull the line off of it, undo the fitting, put some thread tape on it, and then send her back in the hole.
Okay.
Should be goodish.
Hopefully.
While I'm there doing that, I'm going to unbolt the drag link.
Yep.
And I'm going to unbolt the drag link. I'm going to go grab a inch-pound torque wrench bar style.
Oh, and see what your
And I'm going to try to dial in the box and try to get 14 pounds of drag at the top dead center.
Okay.
That's my goal.
I'll be interested to see what that measures to.
I'll be interested to see Yeah, I'm gonna measure it before I do it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be interested to see what it measures, and I'm also gonna be interested to see if I can get 14 pounds before it binds.
Yeah.
So that's the like box test, quote unquote, where if it starts binding before you get to that 14 pounds, then the box is beyond its life.
Smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And then I'll have to go make dollars.
Well, luckily they're out there.
Good thing I made a couple hundo before I came here tonight.
Good. We can blow it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, excuse me. So that's what's going on with that. And then I'd like to run by Napa, hopefully this week, and pick up the blower resistor.
Okay.
So I put a new blower motor in it last year, right before we went.
Yep.
For this run.
Mm-hmm.
And the resistor was out.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab me a new resistor and throw it in and get that fixed. And that way I can have all of my motor speeds. What else do I need to do? Anything? Do you remember?
I don't, because I thought this was already more than you were going to do.
No, that was on the list. That was all, so there's 3 things on the list what I have. Fix the power steering leak, maybe adjust the box while you're there anyway, and then just give it a whole once over. Check your diff fluids. I need to check the transfer case fluid. That's what really needs to be checked. And
I have a list of things because I am on top of shit.
You want to hear the change in things? God. Did I tell you about this?
This doesn't sound good.
It sounds good. It's really good. It's good. You ready?
Oh my God, I'm concerned.
The patrons already know because you were off getting stuff.
Okay.
Well, I told them.
All right.
So the change is I was over at my father-in-law's before Christmas.
Yep.
Doing our like little family Christmas there. Went out in the garage and we were helping him out with something. He's like, yeah. So he just had surgery on his foot.
Yep.
And he had a torn tendon. And he was like, yeah. So if you guys like need to drive a truck or anything, mine's in the garage. Just, somebody needs to drive it because I'm not driving it anywhere. And I was like,
what kind of truck are we talking about?
Is that so? Well, it's a nice truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's like 1/2 ton, 3/4 ton.
Well, 1 ton.
1 ton
maybe.
dually diesel crew cab.
No, almost.
Okay.
May or may not be a dually.
So it's a dually.
Not a dually.
1 ton non-dually.
It's a single rear axle 2018 F350 Platinum.
So it's a diesel.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to like to tow with that. Here's why I say that.
Okay.
I drive a 2020 550 Power Stroke. I weighed it the other day. 19.6.
Yeah.
Boy, she still drives like a go-kart. Like, put the fucking exhaust brake on. Fucking,
I told him, I was like,
get you some of that.
I told him, I was like, it's probably a bad idea. Jess was worried.
It's a terrible idea.
Yeah. Jess is like, I'm kind of nervous about you driving my dad's truck. Like, it's a nice truck. I'm like, you're right. I'm like, it is a nice truck. I was like, but
that's what fucking insurance is for.
That's
baby.
what I said. Yeah. I was like, that's what insurance is for.
Hell,
if it gets messed up, it shouldn't. Like, God, it's not even going to know the Jeep's back there. I told him, I was like, this is a terrible idea. He's like, well, why is that? I said, because I'm going to want a damn Ford after this. And like everybody's posting up like new Fords. Somebody just posted that they got a new Ford. I'm like, God damn it.
Yep.
All I can say is my TikTok needs to blow up so that everybody else, or so that they can make my truck payment. That'd be great.
I mean, I hope that happens for you because that would be wonderful.
My TikTok pays my truck payment. It's fine.
That's cool. Podcast pays my mortgage payment. Yeah.
Someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wheeling page pays my helicopter payment.
Dude, I've seen some guys with some wheeling pages that are huge. I stumbled upon one a couple days ago that was, he's got 555,000 followers on like a Jeep page. I'm like, God damn.
That's insane.
500. That's on Instagram. I'm like,
which is insane.
How do you get that big on Instagram? Like, it's crazy. I don't know. There's a trick. Somebody knows a trick and I don't know it. I want it.
It could come.
You know who didn't get me the contact, or at least I didn't see that he got me contact?
What?
Robbie. Did not get me the contact for Adams.
Oh.
So I don't know what we got here. But it must not have been Mr. Braco because it says, so do you turn on the AC in the winter to keep the ketchup chilled? That is a valid question.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Because if you have the heat on.
I want to know who sent it to us.
I don't know. I do not know. Reveal yourself.
I don't think I got drunk and ordered this. No,
that'd be pretty entertaining.
It wasn't in my orders.
This is my Christmas gift.
I totally forgot to get you a Christmas present, too. I'll get you a New Year's present. There we go. I completely forgot about that.
That happens. It's been a busy week.
It's been a long week.
Yeah. We've been doing family Christmas things. Did you guys have a good Christmas? I hope everybody had a good Christmas.
It didn't start off good. It ended good.
No bueno?
No, the dog got fucking taken out at daycare.
Oh, yeah. The wife told me that.
Yeah. Did you hear that story?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So that was how our Christmas started. Yeah.
I told her.
But you still get that phone call and you're like, oh.
I told her, she was telling me like, yeah, he wouldn't put any weight on his front leg. And I was like,
yeah, no, he was being a wiener.
I looked at her and I was like, you know, these cattle dogs are drama queens, right?
Yeah. He was,
She said that she's already had this happen.
Yeah.
When he fell down the steps.
It was like two hours of, oh my God, my whole leg is falling off. But
then he gets out of the car. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was Cash when he jumped and hit his front paw.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't really hurt it, but he startled himself.
Yep.
He had a skid mark, a grass skid mark, on the forearm because his paw bent under.
Yeah. So he caught it wrong.
He hit it on the board as he was jumping over the board. He hit it on the board and then grass stains. What the fuck?
Well, just whack your hand a little harder and knock shit off the couch or the wall.
Oh no.
I had to stick it up there earlier. Those little things are built for craft and not for heavy duty emblems.
You gotta get some 3M.
And it's good shit.
We just had a dime piece emblem, a dime piece bow tie fall off.
Suicided itself.
The Nug Life is hanging on tight though.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what Cash did the same thing. He limped around. I was freaking out because we were playing ball and he was full on.
Yep.
And he wouldn't stand on. He's squealing. Sounded like a stuck pig when it happened.
Yep.
I get him inside and he's limping around and won't put any weight on it. Just holding it off the ground extra. Oh yeah, daintily.
Yep.
Looks like he broke it.
The professional term for this. Now that I've learned this, lameness.
Lameness.
Yep.
That's when they're holding it off the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
That's called lameness.
All right. So he's doing that and, he just won't put any weight on or whatever. So I call the vet, the emergency vet. And while I'm on the phone with them, telling them what is going on,
he's like, I'm over this.
He just starts walking away. No limp, no nothing. Just walk. I'm like,
yep.
Well, never mind, I guess.
Well, he just solved his problem.
It was broken, but I guess it healed.
Yeah. Well, that's what they
Anyway,
they lost their bananas because they didn't know what happened, and so they're freaking out. So they took him in and did X-rays and all this other stuff.
That's good. He checked out.
Yeah, and it was good. It was handled well, but it's oh my God, it's the first time your dog goes down that. You're just no. So that was our start. So luckily, he's all good now.
Did you see these Instagram posts from Crawler Off Road of Speakeasy's stuff?
No.
So I'm looking at this one.
Yes.
And this is his Toyota with the rope on the hood.
Yes.
And then I scrolled the next one and I'm I see his hood with a soft shackle. I'm like, oh my God, how big is that soft shackle? It takes up half the hood.
You haven't seen that yet?
And then it dawned on me that it was the daughter's Jeep.
Yeah. It's got matching crawler stickers. I think there's a complete off-road sticker on there.
God damn.
I don't think there's a Nug Life sticker on there, Dustin.
Oh, no. Fail.
I don't think there's a Nug Life sticker on either rig. And how can you own a Toyota without a Nug Life sticker? Because if you own a Toyota and don't like nuggets, do you really deserve to own a Toyota?
I'm just saying. So anyway, that's the extent of that. I wanted to look on here and see if Robbie ever messaged me back about getting me some information. What are you doing over there? You putting a sticker on something?
Putting my Apple sticker on my Dell.
Oh God, Apple inside.
I figure that'll piss somebody off. It's not my computer.
Oh, is it?
That's my work computer. So I figure
the problem is it only is now it's upside down when you open it.
Yeah, but they put all the stickers on like that. They put the asset sticker on. So
but the Dell sticker is correct.
Yeah. But why would they put that on fucking IT department.
Jesus.
Idiots.
Fired.
Fucking idiots.
We're going to have to let you go.
They're actually pretty good people over there at the old United Rentals IT.
They're pretty good to you.
Yeah. I fuck up a lot of stuff and lock myself out a lot.
What in the world happened today?
So that's all you've got to do to get ready.
That's everything that I think so.
What is your schedule? When are you going to do this stuff? Okay, well, that's comforting and reassuring.
That's the uncomfortable part.
So you're towing it over there now.
I am towing it over there.
Oh, boy,
My
I'm excited.
God.
When are you picking up the tow rig?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So that, oh my God.
That's the plan.
You could have just said Wednesday. I felt so much better. So much more gooder.
Here is the issue that I have right now.
So you're picking that up 30th. What's the issue? Let's talk it out because we need to get you a plan. That way the people know that we have a good plan for you to go successfully make it before
10 a.m.
noon.
Well, we're supposed to be on trail by 10 a.m.
Oh my God.
The goal is to have it on the trailer. Ideally, would be have it on the trailer.
No, let's not say ideally.
I'm saying ideally would be on the trailer Wednesday night.
The goal.
The
unbreakable goal. Because I feel like even with goal, it's like, well, the ideal thing is to have it loaded 3 days before. Well, no,
has never happened. Okay, I need to go to the shop and make sure that the trailer's ready to go and get the tires aired up, make sure all that's good because I had a low tire the other day when I checked it. So I need to sort that out. Okay.
Yes.
I need to pick up the tow truck.
Yes.
And I need to get the Jeep into the shop. Now, here's the issue. I also need to do some polishing. And we also don't have a babysitter.
For the hangover run.
For all of this week.
Okay.
So my wife is working. And we don't have anyone to watch Owen while I'm trying to do Jeep things.
Drop him off at doggy daycare with our dog.
Done deal.
I feel like they can handle that.
Hoping... So I finished all the cast iron skillets today. I need to do a stainless steel cup for Mr. Stephen Williamson still. So I need to do that. Other than that, everything's ready to go other than some wheels in a toolbox. So I do have some polishing I still want to get done. But I just don't know how I'm going to make that happen and be able to watch my kid at the same time. That's the biggest thing. Like not having daycare is the issue now.
Okay.
So... but other than that, I'm just trying to figure out the deets on what I'm gonna do with my kid.
Put him in a dog crate.
Doesn't work like that.
I know that's why dogs are way more better.
Yeah, no,
because you just put it in a crate and you're just like, I'm gonna go to the store.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, oh man, dogs are way more better. And then you have one. Then you have a kid, and you're just like, bro, dogs pale in comparison.
I'm pretty content with a dog though.
Your dog doesn't smile back at you. That's the issue.
It does. It lays down and shows his wiener to you and like, rub my belly, like that works for me.
Yeah.
Because then I'm just like, about the time he's over with me getting home, I'm over with him being excited that I'm home. And it's a mutual like.
And then you go do your own things.
I'm going to go like get rid of my work clothes and you're going to go chew on something. Okay, this works. It's just enough excitement for us. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to pick... Oh, my God. I feel like I need to be up your ass, but I don't have time for that this week.
What do you need to do to get yours ready?
Change spark plugs and wires.
And...
Oh, I have a list. Hold on. Let me just go down the list, because I say that, but I have more to do than that.
Okay.
I'm going to do a bolt check, so I'm going to roll under it, check link bolts.
Oh, there was a link bar that keeps loosening itself up.
Yeah. I mean, me and Chris tightened the shit out of that one time at camp. Middle of the day on the last run. So, but I'm going to check those, make sure those are tight. I'm going to have my bar adjuster wrench.
So do you have like a giant crescent wrench?
It's just a big pipe wrench.
Oh, that you tighten the nut?
I have a wrench for that jam nut. And then just a big ass
like a
pipe
straight
wrench.
You have an actual like combination wrench.
Yes.
So can you take that wrench and put it under a jack? Like, can you put a jack under the wrench and like,
and just jack it up?
So it like really tightens it.
I think I'm going to, if I have time, I'd like to loosen it now that it's set in place. Put some Loctite on there, like some blue Loctite on the nut, like on the heim where the nut is, and then crank the fucker down.
Okay.
Because right now I've just got anti-seize.
So was that the thing? Was that both nuts were loosening and then the rod was like spinning out?
The bar would turn, because if you think about it, every time you would hit the gas, that is where that pulls and pushes and pulls and pushes. So eventually it would just work itself and it would just loosen and turn that bar loose.
Both jam nuts.
Yeah, it would only happen on the driver's upper, because that's where that torque flex was. Every time you would torque flex it,
weird,
it loosens it just a little bit. But like, it was happening on the trailer. Like, I could drive.
Yeah, that was weird.
You could watch it on the way back from Oklahoma. You could just literally watch it. It's like over like 100 miles, it would sag a little bit more. Another 100 miles, it would like sag a little more. And you're like, eventually that motherfucker's going to come out and we're going to have a fuck prop. So I panicked and stopped like twice and tightened it. And
that's wild. So the bar is just sitting there, just literally just turning.
Yeah.
And loosening itself up.
Yep. It just torque flexes that. Because I would tie it down with the axle, so it's pulled. So every time we'd hit a bump, it would same thing. Blows my mind. So I think, but see, I anti-seized the shit out of those when I put them all together originally. So I need to pull the nuts now that they're adjusted right. Back the nuts off, pour a shit ton of Loctite on there, and then burn them back down in there.
I just tighten them up to where they're supposed to be.
I'm just going to tack weld them.
Well, all you need is the tiniest little tack weld.
That's, I mean,
all it has to do is make the nut not turn.
It's really not a bad idea.
I mean, because it would be, you could actually put a small tack weld on there that you could probably break with the wrench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might try that.
Might actually happen. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Just a single, because as long as it doesn't allow it to like loosen, you're fine.
That's all it needs.
That's it.
So I have a bolt check on here.
Yep.
I'm going to check my trans fluid.
And it couldn't go the other way and like tighten up.
Oh yeah, no, it has to loosen. Yeah. And I'm like, eventually it's just
gonna be a bar rolling down the interstate.
I'm like, I'm gonna pull over because that was really expensive. I gotta check my trans fluid. Then link bolt check is on the list specifically, just so I wouldn't forget to check those. I'm going to check my shock adjusters and make sure everything is snug there on my preload adjusters. I'm going to replace the serpentine belt because I have my backup spare belt on. So I'm going to get a new belt and then take my spare belt and put it in the trail bag again. Adjust my tire pressures because I'm up at not wheeling PSI at the moment because I don't like to leave my tires low when it sits a while. A flat spot.
Yeah.
So I adjusted them up to like 20 PSI or some shit.
You just going to more flate them down when you get there?
Yeah. No, I'm going to do it before.
Okay.
Just so I don't have to fuck with it. But I'm going to use the Morphlate.
Right by here.
But I'm going to do it here. Yeah. That way I don't have to screw with it that day. And then I have swap cooling fans on the to-do list, but we'll see.
Nice.
I ordered a new fan.
Is it here?
It's supposed to be here Wednesday.
Oh boy, that's cutting her close.
Well, and to swap
Is it easy swap?
I mean, it's literally like those zip tie things that go through the radiators and then I just wire it in with a plug. So I think it's on just a wireproof. It's on a wireproof plug. It's on a weatherproof Deutz plug. So just a matter of crimping and pair of Deutz terminals on, putting a connector body on it, and plugging it in. But it's a 2-speed fan. So I may not have time to wire the 2-speed. So it might just be on fucking high all day. And
when we went to the
badass fan.
When we went to the Trail Riders run in October, I bought a replacement fan because my fan.
Like E-fan?
Yeah, my E-fan died, my high side. So I have two of them. One's got a blue switch, one has a red switch. The blue switch is on almost all the time. Red switch turns on when it gets too warm.
Okay.
And I bought a replacement fan because their high side fan died. I put that fan in there. All that didn't fit perfect. I trimmed some stuff, adjusted a few things. It's an aftermarket. It just doesn't fit quite perfect. Came from Napa. It cost me like $100.
Okay.
I get back from the Trail Riders run like a week or two later. I'm in the shed looking around at stuff. I look up on the wall. It's a not brand new. It's a very, very nice junkyard steel that has the curved blade. It has like the 7 curved blades. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yep.
Just wasted $100. Had a fan sitting right here.
Yeah.
That's why you go check your parts department, people. Make sure you check.
Always got to check your
house.
stash.
Like, all right, what do I have back here? I certainly did not think I had a fan. I sure did. So I was a little bummed out.
That's better than knowing you have one and just can't find it.
Oh, that's bad too.
Yeah.
You're like, I know I got that son of a bitch. You're all over the house. You're tearing apart the attic.
I fucking have one. You buy one and you're like, I found it. You're like, damn.
Take the other one back. You already cut it up.
Yeah, I already cut it in half. Damn. What if I weld it back together?
They'll never know. They'll never know.
I'm going to build a custom shroud, but that's not before this trip because I couldn't find one that would fit. Couldn't find one that would fit, and I didn't like the one that I found that would fit. It was a very universal one size fits none.
So, you can't do this before the trip.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a guy that does stuff for Anderson Performance over in Clinton.
Yep.
There's a guy in maybe Decatur area.
Okay.
But anyway, Fab Shop. That's all he does is machining. And he built these custom parts for one of my customers.
Mm-hmm.
And he built him from scratch an aluminum radiator aluminum fan shroud with 2 fans in it.
Yep.
Now, the customer, the engine, all of his accessories with a supercharger and all that stuff, there's no room between the radiator and the pulleys.
Okay.
And so the factory fan housings would not fit on a flat shroud between the two. So this guy he unbolted the motors with the fan, he unbolted the motor out of the factory plastic housing.
Yep.
Set those aside. Custom cut aluminum motor mounts for the fan motors.
Wow.
Then fan bars and like all that, and then made custom shroud. Like the fan has like custom like aluminum circles made around it for the shroud. And like I went to go take it apart to polish it because it was already.
I don't know what to do with this.
I ended up not taking it apart because he Loctited the bolts in and they were Allen heads. And I'm like, I'm not stripping your Allen heads out so that we can make a fan shroud mirror finish.
Yeah.
Like it was already polished-ish.
Yep.
And I was like, it's so tight. It's so close to the pulleys.
It's not,
nobody's ever going to see it. Like I don't need to take this apart for that kind of detail.
Yep.
I said, if you do want it to that detail,
you take it apart.
You take it. It's exactly. I was like, you take it apart. And, cause I'm not going to break I have no idea what this thing costs. I'm looking, I'm like, it's a $500 shroud.
At least. At least.
That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just looking at how this guy engineered this thing, and it's so cool. If you unbolt the motor stands, so there's the motor, there's a ring around the motor, that's your mount.
Yep.
And off of that, it has 3 legs that come off of it, and those bolt down to the shroud. If you unbolt those 3 legs, you would think you could pull the fan out this way through the shroud.
Probably not.
The fan curves under. Like the fan blade is like one of those circle things, and like it curves under, and the shroud is built so tight to the fan that you can't pull it that way. So you have to unbolt the motor from the motor housing, like from the motor bracket, drop the motor and fan out the backside of the thing. Then you can unbolt the motor mounts and pull those off the front side of the shroud. My brain, I was just like, this guy's a damn genius.
Yeah, no thanks. That sounds painful.
I don't know what that thing cost, but if you need a custom shroud made, I think you should check it out.
Well, my thought is
dope.
So I'm running one fan. It's a 12 and it's like a 13-inch fan. I think it's like 12 3/4. Right in the center. And I think I am going to just take a piece of aluminum and basically trace, it will mirror the back of the radiator, and then it will have a cutout that like the fan will be bolted flush to the radiator, and then this will bolt on the back side of it. I don't know how I want to do that yet. And then I'm just going to have it like 2 edges, kind of like bend it down in a 9-degree angle, and then just have 2 tabs and just weld 2 tabs on the radiator so it will bolt to.
Just making a flange, like a shroud of sorts. Yeah. Something to help pull air from the sides of the radiator.
Yeah. Because it covers, it's about as tall as the radiator from top to bottom, but it's not nearly as wide. But I can't fit 2
side by side.
And if I have to fit 2 side by side, I don't get the top. So it's 6 of one, half of the other.
Right.
So this fan I've got now, I had an 880 CFM fan, which sounds like a lot, but it's not really, I guess.
Yeah.
So now I've got a 1450 CFM fan.
That's better. I feel like somebody was saying like some of the stock fans pull like 2000 plus CFM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That seems ridiculous high for the aftermarket. So I don't know.
Which is weird. You wouldn't think that'd be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like if some of the stock electric fans are pulling 20-some hundred CFM, then easy enough. Go find you a stock fan and cram that some bitch in there. How much room do you have between the radiator and the pulleys?
A couple inches.
So not a ton.
Not a ton, but enough.
Yeah.
But this thing is 2 5/8 wide, so it's pretty good. Pretty good. It is a 11 blade fan.
Jesus.
It is the high output Durali fan, self shrouded, symmetrical design, 265 watt Bosch motor.
Nice.
But
265 watt.
Yeah.
Damn.
1450 CFM draws up to 21 amps.
Nice.
She's gonna need a relay.
She's gonna need a big relay.
So the nice thing is it's 2 speeds. So I haven't 100% figured out how I want to wire that in yet, because it puts out 1,000 on low or 1450 on high.
Do you have the factory pinout on the computer set up for the fan?
Yes.
Do you have the wire?
Yes.
So would you just hook it up to that then?
I don't know. I want to have the ability to turn it off.
So just hook the relay power through a switch.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I get where you're going.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to just turn it.
Why do you want the ability to turn it off?
I don't know. It just seems like the right thing to do.
Okay.
I also want the ability to leave it on when the vehicle's not on.
Now that is...
You know what I mean?
We just run a secondary switch to override the computer.
Well, so I have the temp
and run a diode
sensor in the radiator.
Yes.
That's wired in to
it's in the hose, isn't it?
It's wired into the dash switch circuit. So anytime the dash switches are on,
right,
it's on.
The sensor, the switches, yeah.
Yeah, for the fan. Because that was I can leave that on. I can kill the ignition. I can leave like the key
switch
on the on essentially position. It's just a toggle switch.
Right.
And then I can walk away, leave the fan run, and the fan will run until it drops down to like 165 or 180.
Okay, so it's an automatic. It's an automatic fan relay.
Yes, based on temp.
Based on temp.
Yep.
And why not just keep using that then?
Because I don't know how to wire that in with the 2-speed operation.
Can you just... Well, the 2-speed operation should be a secondary wire, right?
Yes.
So it should have 3 wires, a ground, a power, and a high, like a low and a high?
I mean, it says 2 separate turn-on sources required for 2-speed operation. So my guess is you have to kick power to both of those at a certain
So hear me out. So you take the existing wiring that you have set up, which I assume goes through a relay.
Yeah.
From your temperature switch.
Yep.
Run that existing power wire to the low side.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll run your low side all day long.
Yep.
Then go get a heavy duty relay.
Yep.
Run that heavy duty relay to the high side.
Mm-hmm.
And then run that directly to a switch.
So you have to manually turn it on to high?
High, yeah. Or you can get a secondary temperature sensor set up
for different temp range
and run it higher, like 210 or whatever. Say one kicks off at 180, you can have the other one light off at 195 or whatever.
See, that's what I'm wondering on. How would you want to control? Like
2 of those.
There's about 8 different ways you could do it, probably. But like, I haven't sat down and like thought about it, because anytime I sit down and try to think about it, I just go to sleep.
I'm in the same boat as you because I have 2 fans. Yep. One's my low fan, one's my high fan. They both push roughly the same CFM. They're both factory fans.
Yep.
I got rid of my mechanical fan that the XJs come with.
Yep.
And I ran a dual E-fan setup because the radiator was already set up for it. It was literally drop it in and wire it to a switch.
Yeah. Which is nice.
Yeah, which is nice. But this is where I failed, is I've never spent the dollars to buy a controller for it because I want a certain type of controller. And every time I look them up, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to no, what's this? And so, you know what I mean? So, what I need to do is the same thing as you, is I need to have 2 of them. And so I wanted an adjustable setup so I could adjust one to be on the low side and then one to be on the high side.
Like they make this.
They do. I think you can buy them at Jegs for anywhere from $35 to $100, depending on what you want. So what I want...
Maybe this is how I need to do mine, and I
just want somebody to build me an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi.
Did you just cuss at me in Spanish?
I want somebody to program me an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi or something like that does just that.
I just want Pi now.
No, I just want.
So this thing is literally.
Might I help you out?
Here is your Pi.
I should go put that back in the fridge.
Or we should just drink it.
I mean, that's an option.
Drink it. Drink it.
We're going to drink 2 of them then.
What?
There are 2 of them. Send us 2.
Oh, that's
we
fine.
We should both enjoy a full.
Then go grab the second one.
Okay. And glasses?
Yes.
Okay. Where are we at on our timing?
Yes.
Okay. I like this. And we're back.
That
looks good. I haven't opened mine yet because
delicious.
I wanted to get... Am I going to get foamed up again when we get headed? No.
Twice in one day.
This beer brought to you by... Well, technically, the beer is brought to you by Reckless Wrench.
The beer is provided
by Reckless Wrench. This segment
brought to you. Last call
is
brought to you by Complete Off-Road.
Yes. 563-583-5363. Call Chris. If you need something in the off-roadiness, call Chris and give him an opportunity to... earn your business. I promise he will not disappoint. He's a good dude.
So I did some research in the 12 seconds since you have come in here.
Okay, so what do you think of this beer? And
I don't.
What are you researching?
Fan controllers. I'm just not sure how I feel about this.
I knew it. I knew that was going to be.
You knew that's what I was going to say about it?
No, I knew this was what this was going to taste like. No, I didn't know. I really hoped that this is what it would taste like. This is a triple berry Blue Moon. It needs a slice of something citrus in it, but it's a berry.
I don't know what you would do with this, and let's see how you respond to what I say.
Okay.
Take a drink.
Yes.
I'll do it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, when you're like opening and closing your mouth like that, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Doing the flavor thing.
Do you not feel like you should have the little berry seeds in your mouth?
Maybe. Really, what I'm looking for?
That much berry flavor, but in a good way that it's like you feel like you literally just ate the fucking berry. Like you feel like
I'm not getting that much berry flavor.
Should be like
I'm not getting the berry flavor quite like that. Not quite like jelly. What I'm having is I do that, and then when I do that, what I'm thinking is, where's the orange? Because that's a Blue Moon with berries in it, which I'm okay with because I really like that.
I like this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that to get
I've been looking for another beer.
Enjoy this.
Yeah, I've been looking for another beer that tastes like, that's a wheat ale, like, see, because... This is what confuses me.
What'd you say the percentages was
7.
on? So does it taste higher than that to you, or am I just
no? It's about right for me.
Half drunk on 4 sips.
You're just imagining it's 8.6. So it's a wheat ale, and the thing that gets me about that is Blue Moon is a Belgian white, yes. I believe. Or I don't know.
Maybe please hold.
He's going to look it up for us. Anyway,
what did people do
before the internet?
They sat and pondered. Google.
They sat and pondered what their next move was. Oh, this gives us instructions on how to insert the. Oh, place one side
Belgian
first.
Style wheat ale. What was your question about Blue Moon?
It's a Belgian style wheat ale?
Yes.
Okay, so it is a Belgian style wheat.
Yes. Belgian white Belgian style wheat ale.
Okay.
It's a lot of Belgians.
It's all the Belgians. And this is a wheat ale. And see, if I've had other wheat ales that didn't have this. See, Blue Moon has a certain like wheaty flavor to it.
Here's an interesting concept for you.
Okay. It smells so berry like.
God, it's the damn 21st fucking century. Can we not have something more than please enter your
So this is a local
to get on our beer website.
Marble Avenue, Northwest Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Crap.
Huh. What an address. Marble Avenue Northwest. Like, is there a Northeast Marble Avenue? Is it like a smile?
Might be.
Does marble like go in like a smiley shape? Like, Interesting. Or maybe it like goes in like a shape, like it goes down south and then back west. So it's like southwest.
They don't do things right there, apparently.
It's definitely not like here where everything's a grid.
I want to try to, everything's fucking square here. North, south, east, west, done. It. Like if you got a little fucking curve, no, you straighten your shit out.
It doesn't get a designation. Anyway, what are you saying?
So, Blue Moon Brewing Company makes a blueberry Berliner Weiss. It's a fruit, lightly tart, refreshing wheat beer with blueberries, kettle scoured blueberry puree, ceviche, lighter seafood dishes, fresh salads with fruit or fruit dressings.
So like that's what to pair it with?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So like,
So
I really would like to compare that to this because I honestly like if you told me this was a berry Blue Moon.
Yeah.
That's like, I literally typed berry Blue Moon and this blueberry I think it's Berliner comes up.
Berliner.
It's a Brewer's Select from Blue Moon Brewing Company.
That's pretty cool.
But that's a good beer. It says it's a sour, which intrigues me.
That's a sour that they make?
Yes. The Blue Moon Blueberry Berliner is a sour beer. But I've also had, so when I hear sour, I immediately go to, it's going to be like freaking sour. But I've had sours that
are fruity
and they don't have that like, holy crap, sour. But it's a sour Berliner Weiss. So I don't know if that means it's more on the fruity side than the like sour.
Right.
Pucker like sour side. I'm intrigued though. I am intrigued. It looks like, so this lady posted she was drinking it at the Blue Moon Tap House in December 20. So it seems to be
available
a thing now.
I wonder if we can buy it. Can you look up and see if we can buy it anywhere?
It's a 5.9%, 3 IBUs.
Does Benny's have it?
I don't know. Tap Hunter. Doesn't seem like it's available. But I'm intrigued because if I said berry Blue Moon, that's exactly what that tastes like. And I love me some Blue Moon.
I do love me some Blue Moon.
I'm intrigued. I like it. I think it's a home run.
Home run.
So, fan controllers. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Back to
fan controllers. That's why you didn't think about what? The fan controllers?
Like doing an adjustable fan controller?
Yeah, that's what I would do with it, I think.
So a quick Google search on Google. A couple pirate threads
from 2011.
Yeah, from back in the day. Say that a Delta Current Control fan controller is like the shit.
Delta Current Control?
DCC. Delta Current Control.
Can you find those?
So I looked up that company.
Went out of business in 2016.
No, they're alive and going. They have 3 different multi-speed and multi-fan controller options. So the first one is a 2-speed controller, controls all the 2-speed forward controlling fans, including the 3.8 Taurus fan. With the low speed, because those were 2-speed, those old school like Taurus you'd snag at the junkyard. Said, but it turns the fan on low at 185, but it's adjustable over a wide range of temperatures. High speed current turns on the fan at 10 degrees higher in temperature while disabling the low speed circuit.
Nice. So
that'll work for the forward cooling fans that people buy the shit out of.
Right.
The second option is a 2-speed controller with an 80 amp relay for the high speed current, along with additional circuitry of control for 2-speed forward cooling fans, including the Taurus fans. Kicks on at 185, adjustable. High speed turns on at 10 degrees higher. So basically that's for like your mid-level aftermarket that needs up to 80 amps.
That's a rowdy relay.
The third option is the 2-fan controller with a solid state controller that operates the largest of dual fans available, along with any of the 2-speed forward fans that use the resistor blah, blah, blah. So it's a small footprint. It's rated at 33 amps per channel or 42 amps for a single channel.
33 amps is pretty high.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And it's a solid state?
Yeah, it says built-in test equipment to protect itself from short circuits, over temp, and current overload.
That's awesome.
It's only $89.
Really?
Yeah. Like, does that seem cheap to you?
Can I see it?
Yeah, I mean, it looks stupider than fuck.
It does?
Yeah,
does it just look like what I think it looks like?
It looks like a fucking square with 3 wires on it.
Yep, because it's all solid state. I like that. That's cool.
But it's tiny as shit. I'm a
proponent of the solid state stuff.
But it's literally.
But it has no moving parts.
I know.
Yeah. So, $89.
So why would that not just be like a click by now?
And you said that's from whom?
DCC, which is Delta Current Control.
Can I buy it on Amazon?
I don't know their website.
What's the part number?
Takes them to PayPal. Well, it doesn't have a part number. It's like a little box on their website.
Delta Current Control.
They offer a contour loom or a standard loom.
That is not a thing on Amazon. They do not sell there.
It's literally just on PayPal.
it's literally a small company.
Yeah.
Huh. I like it. That sounds pretty cool.
I'm intrigued by this.
Not death, you stupid phone. We're both over here like, ooh, we need fan controllers.
Well, I feel like that just, and I know Derek went through and did a lot of fan controller research.
Yeah.
So maybe I will hit, I don't know why. Why did I not think? I was like, I'm going to wire this up with a couple relays and some switches
and do all the work and do dumb stuff and then hate my life for the next 3 years until I figure out that I should have bought a
fan controller.
Did you have to like enter the page?
I don't know.
Is it like this?
I'm on a computer.
This is the mobile. Multi-speed, constant temperature controllers. Their mobile is not awesome.
Yeah, well, their website's very basic.
When you say alive and well, you really mean alive and there.
They're there. That's all I need.
They presumably are still in business-ish.
But like, is this the end-all be-all of fan controllers, or do I need something more better?
Oh, okay. So the bottom one is the solid state. Okay, I see it now. Can I see a better picture of this? And there are options with it. Oh, you can buy what's the contour loom?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's the like regular loom or the nice loom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So with the contour loom, it's $100. So that's what we want in our life.
But the 2-speed relayed controller is $110.
2-speed. Was that the one above it?
Yeah, the 80 amp relay.
Oh, yeah, because it's got 2 40 amp relays stuffed in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is $110.
Gotcha.
The regular 2-speed, like, I don't want to say basic, but the regular 2-speed for the Taurus fans is $89.
What I like about this one here, the solid state one, is if you look at this picture, there are no moving parts in it. There are no relays to change. I guess that's maybe a downside-ish.
Is it though?
But here's the thing. If you look at this picture and you like zoom in on it, what you can see is it's got that plastic, that black.
Yeah, the like waterproof stuff.
Yeah. So it's all waterproof. Like you bolt this in and you don't have to worry about it getting wet. And we do off-road stuff where things get wet. You have no side panels in your engine bay, no splash.
That's what I mean. Like, how fancy does it need to be?
Because fancy enough to not let water in.
But I mean, like, I don't need something like I was Googling some other ones and they just look dumber than shit. And I'm like, it doesn't need to look like it's going to fucking be on the space shuttle.
Right.
You know,
it needs
like
to be waterproof.
some of these are like, oh, they got a nice cover.
Right.
This thing, like, it just looks like it flat works, which is probably why people on the internet are like, these just fucking work.
Right. 90-day parts and labor from date of purchase is your warranty period. I would like to call these people and talk to them.
So,
who are you? Is this your part-time job or a full-time job?
I bet it's a part-time job.
Judging by the website, I would guess you were correct. Does anybody have information on Delta Current Control?
They have a
hit me up.
Frequently asked questions page.
Nice. So I was looking at the instructions. I went to the instructions to see if I could see anything more about the contour dealio. Do not connect to the alternator. Really? So does it have a temperature sensor with it?
So, can I use my temperature sensor with your controller? Most temperature sensors only have 2 modes, on and off. The DCC controller is variable speed and so requires an actual temperature reading in order to set the speed correctly. The controller will operate with an on-off sensor, but without the variable speed capabilities.
Oh.
So you would have to read computer controlled.
The Contour, quote unquote, Contour Loom is literally for the fan from a Ford Contour.
Oh.
It's plug and play for that application.
Gotcha.
So if you're like, yeah. So this is the aftermarket, like this is the, what do you call it? Not sloppy mechanics, but something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like this is the junkyard dogs that go out and like, I'm going to get me a Contour fan because they're badass.
They're awesome. Yeah.
Right. The Mark, what is it, the Mark 5 or Mark 7?
I think the Mark, the
Mark 8.
The Mark, whatever.
It was the Mark 8, I think.
And then the Taurus fan.
The Taurus fan and the Contour fan. I think they're all in the same line. If you go out to any junkyard basically and look in any of these vehicles, they're all void of electric fans.
Yeah.
Usually.
Well, that's a reason for that.
Uh-huh. Because everybody's like, yoink. Because I don't think you can buy them like replacements. I don't know. Or maybe they're not as good.
They're probably just expensive.
Just garbage.
Yeah.
It's a $300 replacement.
Yeah, they're non-OEM electronics. So, I mean, you get what you get there, right?
Yeah. So, there's that. Yeah. So, it doesn't say if this controller comes with a sensor, does it?
I don't believe it does.
So, we'd have to... I'm sure that they have an option for something. No? We're doing an awful lot of fan talk. Is this a good thing?
I don't know.
Okay. Constant control. Oh my. Oh, so there's like relays. The TADJ, the TAJ module allows adjustment from inside the cab of plus or minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
Huh.
Like they sell a little module. A splitting loom is available to control dual fans. I was looking to see if they sold sensors. All they sell is this module.
I mean, really, you just don't. I mean, you would just run it off of a factory temp sensor.
God, it doesn't show me anything.
Or a computer output.
Okay, so that's just man, this is crazy.
I didn't really ever know this was a thing. I've always just wired my fan to a relay. I push the fucking button and like the fan goes.
Well, when you're trying to be fancy though.
Now I'm bougie.
Now you're bougie. Welcome to the club.
If this literally is what I need, I'm going to buy it like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. So my only problem right now is the sensor. I don't know how, I don't know what this, like you have a sensor.
I do. I have an output from my computer that I can just pin that off of.
You could do that as well. But I don't understand. I will have to look into this more from a mobile. Is the mobile worse or better than the?
No different.
It's about the same.
It's about the same.
Huh. Okay. Anyway, what else you want to talk about on the last call?
I don't know.
You don't know?
So that's
the fan talk.
I'm going to hope that I'll let this thing sit out there and idle for over an hour. It was like 70 some minutes.
Right.
Did not crack 220.
Did you change? Have you changed anything?
Bled the shit out of the cooling system.
That's right. Yeah, look up some air out of it.
That was it.
Yeah. And okay. See, the thing is like when it was spark knocking.
Yep.
When it was spark knocking, it should have been retarding the timing. And it probably maxed it out as retarded as the computer will let it go. So that theoretically should have cooled it, like should have made it run cooler, being retarded. Versus if it was advanced, it would run hotter.
I don't think it made much of a difference.
It doesn't. Yeah, it didn't seem like it was always overheating. And I think that the overheating was partially because you had to have it on the floor everywhere you went. It seemed like. So you're constantly working it harder than needed to because it had a couple cylinders were misfiring.
Yeah.
There was the computer was very angry.
Well, it turns out there's a reason for that.
That made sense. And then, and I think just the cooling fan only pulling from a 10-inch section. Was it a 10-inch fan?
It's 12.
It was a 12.
But see, I've had that radiator and a fan.
A fan.
I mean, it's a same size fan. It's just not a brand new one.
Okay.
In the S10 before with the same engine, didn't have a problem.
Isn't that weird?
So that's why I wonder if it didn't have just the air. I mean, it very well could be just that.
Yep.
So I'm so tempted to not change it just to see if that fixes it.
Right.
But it's also like a F ton colder right now. So, and it's just a day trip. So in all hindsight and reality, I'm probably not going to change the fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to pull the radiator after this trip, yank the radiator out of it.
I'm hoping
build my shroud and new fan all at once.
I'm hoping that you put plugs and wires on it.
Yep.
And are you doing coils too?
No,
just plugs and wires.
Yep.
I'm hoping you do plugs and wires, and with the computer being not drowned, not waterlogged, hopefully that in itself will fix all your misfire issues.
Yep.
And you'll have the power you need.
Yep.
Because like I was arguing the whole time we were over there that you're on 410 gears and 43s, like of course it's going to be a dog, and it's like a 3.0 low gear. And then Mike was like, I'm on 410 gears and 38 and a halves with a 272 or 38s and a 272. I was like, oh, and he's like, and I can turn my tires over on any surface in low range.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like, and you have more horsepower than he does by quite a bit.
Yep.
I would think he's a TBI 350.
It's got 7.
Yeah, 7 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
I think it probably makes 8. It might make 100 to the wheels.
What does one of those make?
170.
Like that's like advertised spec from back in the day.
I feel like the advertiser was it 180 or was it over 200?
I think
my crew cab was like 270. The Vortec. So maybe it's 230. I'm guessing 230.
Let's check out
1995. What year is that truck?
94.
94. That's right. 94 350 TBI with a throttle spacer.
Got that spacer, bro.
It makes all the difference in a TBI.
Well, the first Google questions are just TBI can hold up to 250 horsepower ? The 300 horsepower TBI 350 challenge from Chevy Talk.
Oh my God.
Stock is 210 horsepower.
Okay, 210
TBI.
All right, so it's 210. What does the stock 4.8 make?
I don't know, but I just about bought a 6-liter the other day.
290. I'm guessing 290. So I'm probably wrong again. Because like a 5.7 makes like 3.
I need to get my cam ordered. That's what I need to do. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it runs good and doesn't overheat. Because if that works, gears, rear steer, cam, fan shroud, party.
Yep.
That was a lot of money just then. Like it was a really short list. Rear steer, fan shroud, cam,
10 grand.
Shroud. Yeah, like this is just
just pissed away $5,000 and didn't even
like I'm on like 12 seconds. And I'm like, boom.
Nice.
Here you go. Money go. All right.
What do you got?
Cylinder displacement. There's no replacement for displacement.
I call bullshit. That's why we have superchargers.
That's what blowers.
Induction. Forced.
All right. Let me get to the right year.
Here we go. 4.8 liter with a tune. Mind you, it makes extra 5 horsepower because of the tune. And then it's over and it's hot.
Power output 295 horsepower and 305 foot-pounds of torque.
What'd I say? 290?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. So
I know it was just a shade high or low of 300.
With the tune, you're probably right at 300.
Yeah, we'll
just a hair over.
The effed up thing that intrigues me is the difference between a 4.8, a 5.3, and a 6-liter.
Yeah. What are you running for fuel on that?
87.
Is it full?
Straight pump gas. What do you mean? Is it full? Like, yeah, it's full.
Okay.
Full enough.
You should go buy a couple of bottles of Octane Boost
and just drop her in there and let her ride.
And then when going forward, since it's just such a small tank and you use so little of it, you need to put 90, whatever you can get.
I hate
3 would be ideal.
I hate the idea of that.
Why?
Because then if I buy a 6-gallon jug of fuel,
you put 93 octane in it.
I have to put that in the buggy. Like the last trip, I went wheeling.
Yeah.
Like filled up the buggy.
Right.
Filled up my 6-gallon can.
Right. Then what?
Drain the buggy.
Right.
So I took the 6-gallon jug and was like, well, I'm not using it in the lawnmower. I don't want to let this sit here. So I just dumped it in my pickup.
So why can't you dump 93 in your pickup?
Because then it'll be mad. It's actually legit tuned for 87 octane.
So it's not going to hurt to be a higher.
I don't know.
No.
It's wrong shit.
No, it will not.
It's wrong shit.
So like the computers on the Delphi computers on the newer trucks, like my truck, if you run 93, say you reset the computer and you run 93 octane all the time, then you switch to 87.
Yep.
And you stand on that thing, you mat it out on the interstate.
Yep.
It will literally spark knock.
Yep.
Because it'll adjust the trims up to spark knock and then pull them back. And then if you change your fuel grade, it'll move and the trims will change. It'll change. But not going up in octane is not going to be a problem. If it was tuned for 93 and you wanted to run 87, that's an issue. But by raising that octane number, you're going to be able to, like, you may have been spark knocking less.
Yeah.
When you're out there on the trail. And since you you get on the trail and you're actually hard in it, I think it's probably a good idea that you run higher octane in it. If you could get 100 octane, run it.
Intriguing.
It's a higher octane number. So if it does try to spark knock, say it gets hot and tries to do it pre-det like it was doing,
the
higher octane is going to save you from having that. It's going to be your cushion, I guess. It's not necessarily going to save it from happening.
Yeah.
It's going to give you more leeway.
Buffer.
Yeah. I run 93 in the lawnmower, 93 in the Jeep quite a bit. And the reason I do that is because the higher grade fuels typically have more
cetane.
Well, that's a diesel fuel.
I know. I do diesel things. I don't do anything with like gas. Like I put gas in my truck, like things. But like diesel performance, I love it. I wish I could afford to get into diesel performance.
It's in the backyard.
But what you don't need to fucking performance a 3-cylinder Kubota.
I don't see why not.
I'm gonna turn the pump up.
Yep.
Bigger injectors,
bigger turbo.
Turb skeet. It doesn't even have a turbo.
Oh yeah. Full on.
No, those are non-turboed.
Oh no, wait, it does have a turbo. It's right here. I thought that was I thought that was the
That's going to be a fun project, but it's going to end up with a fucking hole in the block because who really knows?
Because it's just me out there making turbo noise. No, so with the higher grade fuels typically run better detergents in them, so they keep shit cleaner typically. I will say this. Here's something I'll tell you that was very intriguing to me when it happened. And maybe this is a seat of the pants thing, but here's what I did. I did on the Mazda back in the day, my 86 Mazda, right? Back in 2007 or 8. We went over to, maybe it was like 2006, might be 2006. Anyway, we went over to Indiana to import truck bash. Okay. Remember that event?
Wow. Okay. Pause your conversation.
Okay. And pause Mazda talk.
16 horsepower gain
from
what accessory being removed off the belt drive?
16 horsepower?
16 horsepower.
Alternator. Air conditioner.
Nope.
Neither of the two. Smog pump.
Nope. It's on the belt drive. The
smog pump is on the belt drive.
I know, but I'm just thinking like what else is on the belt drive?
Well, are you going to take power steering off?
Nope.
Alternator. Power steering, air conditioner, smog pump, water pump. Okay.
They went.
I was going to say water pump, but I wasn't thinking like you were going to go to an electric water pump.
You could.
Obviously an option. An option. I have heard guys that have said that they've got over 3,000 hours on an electric water pump.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
that's this is a hot rod article on how to make 430 horses for $200.
Oh, have you watched the Engine Masters where they did that and like they checked that stuff? They put a flex fan on a engine.
Oh wow!
To see how much power it took. It was like over 30 horsepower to turn that fan.
Yeah. What you think about it? It adds
it was
up.
dumb. They started bolting on all the accessories and stuff like that. Dude, they lost a ton of horsepower, but the biggest single one was the fan. Well, they put that non-clutch fan.
Yep.
Fan on there, and it took 30 horsepower off that
Think
thing.
of like a hydraulic steering pump.
Yeah.
I bet that eats some power.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
But 16 horsepower off of fucking Water pump.
It's an impeller that like
a
3-inch impeller. That's
literally what it looks like a fucking circle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the motor on it. So on the drag cars, like on a drag car, you're trying to make all the horsepower and the biggest thing for a drag car is like for that performance is that you're making your top horsepower at the high end. So you're flowing the most amount of water. You're pulling the most amount of air through the radiator.
Yep.
Everything's spinning at the highest RPM. So you're pushing all of your fluids and all that stuff, as much as they can. So by taking those out of the equation, it makes a huge difference. So if you can run no alternator, no water pump, literally you have no belts. All you have is a crank pulley with a harmonic balancer.
Yeah.
There's no pulleys. It's just a harmonic balancer down there. And you have a deep cycle marine battery in it.
Send it.
Yep. You push it to the starting line.
I've seen drag guys run off of like 20 volt drill batteries.
Really?
Yeah. So I follow Kurt
fired
Kuhn
up just long enough to pull the
DIY 4x. He's built a 3rd gen Camaro, like full blown tub drop drag car, chassis car, everything.
He snaps in a Milwaukee battery.
And he literally is like a 3 or 4. I don't remember how many, but it's like a bank of drill batteries that he like and then fires car up and does because it works. It runs the very low amount of electrical. It
must have some kind of a thing that pulls the voltage down to 12.
It's some inverter thing.
Right.
But all of this weighs less
than a battery.
Makes
sense.
Than an alternator. All this shit.
Way less than all
like
that.
And I remember him specifically going through and like weighing all this, and I'll have to go and see if I can't find it because it was
those people.
Mind blowing.
That's why I love our hobby.
When you talk about drag racing,
right,
that counts.
That's why I love this hobby.
Off-road, how much your shit weigh? 10 grand. Fucking A, bud. Fucking A.
Say that's a good looking it's a good looking Jeep. What's that weigh? 6,500. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. I was talking to Dustin about what his Toyota weighed earlier today. He's like, it's like 4,000. I'm like, oh, that's light as hell. Like, that's a feather.
Right?
Yes.
I'm 4,500. I'm not doing too bad.
No.
I'm pretty light.
We're gonna weight that girl down.
Are we? With what?
Not yours, his. Oh, his Yoda.
What can we put on it?
Sliders, bumpers, roll cage.
Yeah. Back to what we were talking about fuel.
Okay, yes.
Real quick. Back then in the day, I took and put I did an oil change. I did a Rizlone oil flush like on the block.
Yep.
I did that, and it was one of those companies, whatever. I did an oil flush on the block, and then I took it into at the time I was working at Walmart doing oil changes in the lube department.
Yep.
So I let it sit outside to do its flush deal in the crankcase, right? Pulled it in, dropped all the oil. I filled it back up with a can of that engine, that CLR, the engine restorer in a can.
Yep.
Filled it up with a can of that. Did my oil change, blah, blah, blah. We took off and we went over to Indianapolis and went to the truck show or the Indy Truck Bash.
Yep.
The import truck bash. Anyway, while we were at that show, BP was there and they had like their thing. They're talking about VP V-Power, BP V-Power, whatever. No, not whatever their high end thing is. Not V-Power, it's Shell. Nonetheless, they were talking about their like high grade whatever. And they're talking about how it does all these things and this and that. I'm like, okay.
All the stuffs.
I was watching, their like stuff on it. And I was kind of sold on the deal. I'm like, all right, I'm going to try it.
Yep.
So I did. And I filled that thing up with one tank while we were in Indy. And then before we left, I filled up again. It was carbureted. And the Mazda has like 90 horsepower.
Yep.
It's a 4-cylinder, 2.0, 5-speed truck, a little bit lowered. And my buddy Jed had a 97 1500. So it shuts off at 98 mile an hour.
Yep.
So we get out on the interstate. We're taking off. We're cruising back home. And he starts taking off and leaving me. So I stand on it. Of course, it's 90 horsepower. It's never done over 85 since the day I've owned it.
Yeah. Until now.
I stand on this thing and take off. And I go blowing past him. His truck shuts off and I'm still pulling away from him. And I was like, oh, it's just a fluke. Well, come to find out, we were running like 110 mile an hour in the Mazda. And I was like, that truck's never done that.
Yep.
From that day forward, I was sold on two things: premium fuel and that motor, that restorer stuff. I run that restorer shit every oil change in my old shit.
Interesting.
Yep. That shit does work. It works nicely. Project, huh?
I said I should dump some in.
Fuck yeah. Project Farm did one on his diesel tractor where he used that blue can of shit. And when he tested it the first time, he could never get that tractor fired up. And like even in the summertime, he'd have to like put a heater on it to get it to warm up enough to fire it up.
Yeah.
And he checked all the compression. The compression was kind of low on a couple cylinders. Did his oil change, put that CLR in there, put it all back together, fired it up, went and mowed the grass for 4 hours out in the pasture. Came back, shut her down, came back like a week later, whatever. It's like 70 degrees. He's like, we're going to try to fire it up. Hit that key, turn that thing over. It rolled over like 3 times and fire right off. He's like, never done that since the day I bought it.
Wow.
I was like, whoa. He pulled it all back apart. He made like a special compression tool for those injectors.
Yeah.
And pulled it back apart and checked all the compression. And they were all within 5 pounds of each other. It restored the compression on 2 cylinders.
So just clean everything up, wild? Tighten it up.
Yeah. It supposedly fills in the micro scratches in the cylinders.
Yeah. It's raises your compression, which makes 100% sense.
Yep. I was like, huh.
Well, that's
good to know. Yeah. So I already believed in it. Then I watched that and I was like, hell yeah.
Sold.
Absolutely sold. Yeah. The Mazda, I beat the fuck out of that engine. Dude, there was a day we went out here on Bloomington Road and I went to go turn the corner and I don't know that I was angry like that. I was just kind of like playing around.
You're just getting after it.
Oh, I just matted the accelerator all the way to the floor and dropped the clutch. And that thing went around the corner. I don't know what RPM was at because the tach stopped at like 7 or 8. All I know is when I looked back down, it said 7. We were on the back. We were coming back off of the high side.
Oh, God.
She's singing.
Winding down, boys.
She was singing. I didn't even know that carburetor would support that kind of RPM.
Hey, she got down, though.
I always swore that when I was going to pull that motor and change it, we were going to put a 10,000 RPM tack on it and just put it on the brake on it and just see what happens. It never, the engine never got weak enough to pull out of it.
Huh.
Like it never changed. Like it was good until the day I sold it.
Which is wild.
And it's still driving around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking send it.
It was a good motor with like close to 200,000 miles on it.
Hey.
And a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You got a fun ride. And it's like,
it was definitely a fun ride.
All right, then.
I had that truck for 10 years. It's sad. I sold it. I had it longer than that, 12 years.
R.I.P.
Anyway.
So now I'm going to go put some octane booster.
I wanted to cry. Yeah. I would put some octane booster in the buggy before you come out. Just to give yourself a buffer. Yep. I about cried when I watched Dave cut up that red one. That sheet metal in that truck is so desirable. And watching him cut that up, I wanted to throw up.
Welcome to the life. Nothing's ever fun stock, man. Nothing's fun stock.
Oh, God. I was like, you could have gone and gotten two-wheel drive sheet metal and done that.
Nope. Cut it up.
Just cut up the $1,000 bed. It's fine.
Cut up in half.
God, I wanted to just, Mazda people will know.
That's all I got for today.
That's all we got? We're done telling stories? Done with story time?
Yep.
Okay.
Next time we'll be officially done
see
wheeling.
You next year, motherfuckers.
Yeah, we'll be next year.
Yeah.
We'll be post wheeling trip recap.
Lord help us.
Oh, I'm gonna be there.
Let's hope that episode 55 is not low-key fail too.
So I'm concerned for you. I would just plan for this wheeling trip is going to happen on Wednesday.
Yes.
And if you start like busting ass and like, oh my God, I got to be there Wednesday, you will be early.
Trying to think if I put the hitch back into the donut. If I did, I could go pick the trailer up tonight.
That would be a really good idea.
I know, right? And just start on the whole getting things going. Oh no, I got to go edit this podcast. And it's already 10. It's already 11 o'clock. I told you.
I got to go to bed.
I told you.
Tell the people where they can get more. And then we will see them next year.
And we'll see you next year. You can find more of our stuff. So go check out our page, our website, and get you a Nug Life sticker and some other cool swag while you're there. And that is totaloffroadpodcast.com. You can check us out on YouTube at Total Offroad Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at total_offroad_podcast. And you can find us on Facebook at Total Offroad Podcast. Anything else? Anywhere else you want them to find us?
Nope.
You can go join the group on Facebook if you'd like. It's the Total Offroad Podcast Trail Riders. Just make sure you answer the 2 questions. If you don't, you're not getting in. And that's all I can tell you.
Fact.
So,
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for listening to another episode.
We'll see you next year.
We'll see you, filthy animals, on the trail next year.
Hold on.